morning, everybody. One of our friends here asked I should talk about the question as to whether or not God knows the future. He said that one of my friends says that God doesn't know the future because the future hasn't happened yet. It's a religious and Orthodox Jew. Now, this other friend that he's quoting, that I didn't hear it directly from, who's a rabbi, we know him. He always says that ideology, theology, can only be derived from the Torah and not from any other source. The thing is, we see in the Torah that the future is predicted, that God tells the prophets what the future will be. And so therefore, on the simplest level, then we know that God does know the future. The problem with God knowing the future is the question of free will. How do you balance free will with predetermination? Now, the one thing that I have to say about God knowing the future is what I was always taught, which again, I was taught this, and I believe this. Now, is this a dogma that we must believe? It's hard to say, but this is what I believe, is that God transcends time. Meaning time is a construct that God created. That's what I was taught. Now, just because I believe this and just because most Orthodox Jews believe this, the question has to be, is it heretical to deny this? It's hard to say that it is heretical to deny it. We generally accept the 13 principles of faith of Maimonides to be the cutoff of what is heretical and what is not. So one of the questions was about the resurrection, because that is one of the 13 principles of faith. And this man says he just doesn't know the Torah, he said, isn't exactly clear about it. He doesn't say that he denies the resurrection, and he actually, of course, recites our liturgy 3 times a day, which says, Baruch atah Hashem mechayeh hamesim. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who revives the dead. So therefore, he is a believer because Dvarim shebelev einam dvarim. And so he cannot be labeled as a heretic for expressing doubts if he follows our community norms of reciting our liturgy, as opposed to the Reform movement, which changed the liturgy. That would be heretical. From our Orthodox standpoint. And it should be noted that the conservative movement, they made other egalitarian changes, but they did not make any doctrinal changes, although the question as to whether or not to recite korbanos and things like that, that's a different story. That's not fundamental, but we can talk about that another time. Anyway, I just got to work. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment. People want to know about this question of the multiverse. I don't have time for that now, but that could be one answer to potentially to the question of the difference between predetermination and the other thing, and free will. But nonetheless, there are no really sources that can clearly talk about that either. So, is it possible? Yes. It's a kosher view, but it's not necessarily one that we have to take. That's basically, although I've seen people who say that it's not even a kosher view, and explaining that as well. And we can talk about that later. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. We'll see you later.